Starting five, both teams. Starting five, both teams. Starting five, both teams. What's up? Yeah. It is a bright and sunny morning here in Carson, California for the knockout stage of your Interlodge Masons Basketball Season 7 Division C. The matchup for today is Brazen Pillars going up against Torrance University. Good morning, I'm your host, the one, the only Ludwig Van Magic Man. You know who I am. And if you have the Lakers and the Celtics, you have Ateneo Lasal, you have the Manila Clasico Pure Food Ginebra. Here in Interlodge Masons Basketball League, we have Torrance University and Brazen Pillars. Both teams going at each other for 4 seasons already. So it's going to be an interesting matchup as we go straight into the action. Starting five, both teams. Well, let's talk about both teams first, no? Torrance University, they'll be relying heavily on the three-point shooting of Mark Ellis and Sanchez. As for Brazen Pillars, one of their advantage is having their tower of power, Daryl Parker, at the paint. Let's see. Here we go. Opening tip-off of your Interlodge Masons Basketball League Season 7. And it goes to Brazen Pillars right away. Glenn Milla. Starting five for both teams. Brazen Pillars starting off with Ian Talyara. Ricky Santor, Ron Ramores, Daryl Parker, and Glenn Milla. As for Torrance University, they will starting off with Aldrin Sanchez, Moses Jose, Joel Gadut, Conrad Tan, and Mr. History Man, Anselmo Kasaysayan. Glenn Milla. Well, what should both teams do here, no? Well, for Brazen Pillars, they have the size advantage. They need to impose their will inside the paint. Now, as for Torrance University, they'll be relying on the run and gun offense. And they know the strengths and weaknesses of each other. So let's see. During their first matchup here in the elimination round, Torrance University got the best of Brazen Pillars, no? Coming from behind. But let's see if Brazen Pillars has learned their lesson and can finish strong here in this ball game. Moses Jose, their stalwart rookie for Torrance University Lodge, joining the rivalry. Ron Ramores, corner. Glenn Milla lets it fly. It bounces off. And look at the box out of Joel Gadut, taking away the height advantage of Daryl Parker. Well, good job there on the position for Joel Gadut, no? Aldrin Sanchez manning the point guard duties. The screen from Moses Jose. Sanchez. No opening for him. Corner 3, Conrad Tan, too strong on that one. Glenn Milla absorbing the rebound. Aldrin Sanchez, well, this is what we're talking about. No? For Brazen Pillars, they don't need to get with the run and gun offense of Torrance University. No? They can use the half-court set and use their height advantage to impose their will. Aldrin Sanchez pulls back. The screen from Moses Jose. Conrad Tan. They swing it around. Sanchez, this guy is their leading scorer. This guy can score 30 points in his sleep. However, he commits the turnover. Ron Ramores on the run. The pressure is on him. Ian Talyara, handoff. Ron Ramores. Talyara finding Ricky Santor. What a ball game. Both teams still scoreless here. Well, no, ever since season 3, no, both teams, especially those who are here in day 1, no, alam na alam ni Kuyang Eric Yalong yan, no? Because he has been the team captain ever since of Brazen Pillars. And for Torrance University, Conrad Tan. Now that is the matchup. Conrad Tan versus Eric Yalong. Now both team captains leading their squad. And Aldrin Sanchez buries the tray. 3-0. Torrance University led by their brilliant coach, John Pauly. Corner. And Ricky Santor gets the shooter's bounce. Also one of the day ones here for Brazen Pillars. Now Ricky Santor, he has been here for Brazen Pillars ever since they established the team now. So he's one of their veteran leader here on their squad. This is a strong lineup for Torrance University. Now they bring in their big guns here, and Mark Ellis is still on the bench. So let's see, they still have those firepower. As for the Brazen Pillars, they have the sophomore guard, Win Apaw, no, who won the Rookie of the Year last season. And they also have the defensive stoppers, Aldrin Perez and Rolly Lagsa. Moses Jose with a fadeaway against the bigger Daryl Parker. Moses Jose, no fear on that shot. Well, he looked into the eyes of fear and welcomed the challenge. Ron Ramores with the runner. Ron Ramores off-balance shot. Moses Jose on the run. Well, again, no, Brazen Pillars has been playing the game of Torrance University. They will fall into their hands of Torrance University if they keep on running with them. And tumatalbog na si Kasaysayan eh. Kasaysayan. Para stuntman din si Kasaysayan eh. 5-2. Seryoso ako dito tapos si Kasaysayan gumugulong-gulong eh. Ang gulo mo eh. But Kasaysayan will try to redeem himself. Aldrin Sanchez with the anticipation. Well, for Brazen Pillars, no, they need to work on their chemistry. Sanchez stops and pops. Offensive rebounding. Parker, quick outlet. Moses Jose, the speed and quickness of Moses Jose. What a ball game. We are jam-packed here today in Carson, California. All eyes in this matchup as Ian Talyara leading this squad 4-5. Well, it has been a big improvement for Brazen Pillars. No? Last season, they only had 1 win in the elimination round. But this season, they had 3 wins, no? Led by Ian Talyara. His leadership on and off the court has been one of the reasons. But of course, credit the team effort for Brazen Pillars. For Torrance University, they've been relegated back to Division C, no? After having that stint on Division B last season. 5-4 is our score. Second shot, according to our referees. By the way, our referees for today is Marcus Reed and Janet Tias. Our panel for today is Jessel Navalta and the never say die attitude of Harlem Ruiz, no? Substitution for AJ Masorong and Christian Otbo. Well, look at the bench of Torrance University, no? They have beefed up their lineup as well. They have AJ Masorong, who has perimeter shooting as well. And they have 3-point shooter Christian Otbo. 6-4 in favor of Torrance University. Here comes Win Apaw. This guy can bring a lot of energy for their squad, especially in terms of fast break. Apaw with the spin. Ooh, down on the floor for Win Apaw. Ian Talyara kisses it off the glass but unable to connect. Ricky Santor, the cut. Win Apaw. He will be fouled. Baseline throw for Brazen Pillars. With less than 13 minutes remaining here. Glenn Mila with a tornado fadeaway. Ricky Santor, it bounces off. As AJ Masorong controlling the rebound. Well, single possession separating both teams. Aldrin Sanchez. Christian Otbo, this guy can light it up. However, that time he was offline. Ian Talyara, run and gun offense. They got numbers. Ian Talyara will attack the lane and Ian Talyara ties the ball game up at 6. Torrance University was scoreless in the last 3 minutes here. Brazen Pillars pumping up here. Aldrin Sanchez. No good. Christian Otbo will be fouled by Daryl Parker. And Christian Otbo will go to the line and will shoot 2. Well, the intensity is flaring up here in this ball game. Shoutout nga pala sa aking bossing dyan, oh. Kuyang Leo de la Cruz. Bossing, si bossing yan eh. Bossing! So, kailan kaya, bossing? Kailan kaya? Bossing. Tsaka, of course, where's si Eric Mendoza, no? Respects to where's si Eric Mendoza. And of course, Ron Ramores. Let's check. Ilan na ba ang foul ni Darren Parker? Ha? Isa pa lang. Ian Talyara, in and out dribbling, able to blow by his defender, and 6 straight points for Ian Talyara here in the first half, 8-6. Aldrin Sanchez navigating his options here. Conrad Tan. Oh, he has been 0 out of 3 for Conrad Tan in the first half. Ian Talyara. Ricky Santor spots up, and Ricky Santor drains the basket. 4 points for Ricky Santor, and 6 points coming from Ian Talyara. And Torrance University will call a timeout here, as now they will deploy 3-point specialist Mark Ellis. We'll be right back after this timeout. Mamaya. Breakfast break. Breakfast break. Table time out, breakfast break. Si Jessel talaga, oh. Back to the action. This is your exciting Interlodge Masons Basketball League Season 7 playoffs knockout stage. Win or go home. Brazen Pillars up by 4, 10-6 against Torrance University. Torrance University, they have won against Brazen Pillars in their first matchup in the elimination round. Also coming from behind, no? So let's see if they can duplicate that performance, or will Brazen Pillars shut the door completely. Christian Otbo. It bounces off. Daryl Parker, fast break opportunity. Win Apaw will deliver the goods, as Win Apaw, his first basket here in the first half, 12-6. Good connection there between the Van Nuys Lodge and Clarence F. Smith Lodge number 866. Mostly all the players of the Brazen Pillars are from the Valley, no? Glenn Mila from Southern California Lodge. Ian Talyara. Ooh, good defense by Mark Ellis as he taps it away. As it hit the foot of Ian Talyara, it will go to Torrance University. A chance for Torrance University to close the gap. Mark Ellis. Well, they need to focus their defense on Mark Ellis here for Brazen Pillars. No? That guy can shoot the lights out and can shoot in rhythm. That guy can space the floor. Aldrin Sanchez, this guy is a known slasher. Sanchez pulls up that J. Still unable to buy a basket. Here comes Glenn Mila. Intercepted by Aldrin Sanchez. Sanchez on the run. Sanchez at the middle. Christian Otbo. Corner 3. Finally able to make it for Christian Otbo. And now we're looking at a 3-point lead, 12-9. Christian Otbo reintroducing himself here in this ball game. Win Apaw trying to shake off Aldrin Sanchez. Ricky Santor in and out. Daryl Parker, and it will stay with Brazen Pillars. Abellana will check in the ball game. Another fresh legs here for Torrance University. Well, that's one advantage of Torrance University. No, they have the manpower, they have the bench. As for Brazen Pillars, no, they have defensive specialists, Aldrin Perez and Rolly Lagsa, no, who can clog the paint and help out in the rebounding department. As blocked by Daryl Parker, erasing that shot. No ID, no entry, according to Daryl Parker. 7 minutes and 52. That was just a nasty block. Mark Ellis, not this time, as Daryl Parker trying to track down the loose ball. Ian Talyara rushes on that ball. Ian Talyara, one dribble, and uses the board as his friend there, 14-9. Well, look at the resiliency of Brazen Pillars. The little things now that makes you give the edge in this ball game. The hustle, the box out, the blocks. Christian Otbo again, second attempt. And Daryl Parker has been lording over the boards here. Ian Talyara, almost a steal from Galeon. Reverse from Glenn Milla. In and out. Glenn Milla able to bend to get that ball. Glenn Milla adjusting in mid-air, and foul will be called on Christian Otbo. 14-9 is our score with 6 minutes remaining here. Substitution. Second shot. On the line is Glenn Milla. Glenn Milla makes 1 out of 2. From Bicol to si Glenn Milla, no? According to Tony Bon, no? According to our sources from Bicol, representing the Bicol region is Glenn Milla. Oragon din si Glenn Milla. Oragon din ba kayo? Where si John Pauly? Yun, parehas pala, mga taga Bicol dito. Bicol represent, no? JP John Pauly, coach of Torrance University, also from Bicol, no? And team captain Eric Yalong is in the ball game and gets the shooter's bounce. That is 6 points for Ricky Santor, as he has been on a roll here. Well, he is leading the squad by example, and here comes Eric Yalong with the defensive steal. Talyara, Glenn Milla throws a wild shot, and Talyara holding on to his foot. Hopefully he's okay, as he is limping here. And he needs to sit down. Substitution, Aldrin Perez in the ball game. 16-9. The show must go on here for Brazen Pillars. They're up by 7, and let's see if Torrance University can capitalize as Ian Talyara goes down. Mark Ellis. It bounces off. And look at Aldrin Perez. Physicality between Aldrin Perez and Moses Jose. Mr. Physical. Oh, no look pass from Mark Ellis to Christian Otbo. Let's put that in the highlight reel. 16-11. And now, Torrance University smelling blood after Ian Talyara goes down in this ball game. Well, that is a big slap to the Brazen Pillars, no? Their leading scorer is in the bench. Mark Ellis. Daniel Galeon. They go at the corner. Christian Otbo. No shooter's luck for him as Win Apaw takes care of the rebound. Glenn Milla all the way, coast to coast. And Abellana protecting that ball against Aldrin Perez. Otbo, the cut from Moses Jose. Moses Jose kicks it back to Otbo. Mark Ellis, all day to shoot. And Mark Ellis, too strong. Abellana tracking down the loose ball. 3 minutes and 54 remaining. Substitution. Brazen Pillars will call a timeout. They're up by 5 or by 6, 17-11. We'll be right back. What a ball game. Intensity is flaring up here. We'll be right back. Back to the ball game. Torrance University down by 6, 17 to 11. This is the knockout stage. Win or go home. Kasaysayan. Pump fake. Gets his man off the air. That's the second block of Daryl Parker on Anselmo Kasaysayan. And look at the rebounding of Rolly Lagsa. Well, that is what we're talking about. Now, Rolly Lagsa can help out in the rebounding department for Brazen Pillars. And Anselmo Kasaysayan with the steal. Aldrin Sanchez loses the handle. Shout out Wershiden Basco, no? Shout out Wershiden Basco. Ron Ramores facilitates. Ramores and Aldrin Perez pushes. Aldrin to Aldrin, no? That's the matchup. Aldrin Sanchez to Aldrin Perez. Same name, but different teams. And look at the sportsmanship now. Despite the physicality, you can see the sportsmanship here. But of course, this is a man's game, no? Basketball is a man's game. So physicality is part of the matchup. Sabi nga nila, no, laging paulit-ulit. Kung ayaw mo masaktan, mag-chess ka na lang. Back to the action. Aldrin Perez. Slowing down the tempo. Ron Ramores. They go at the post. Glenn Milla fade away. Glenn Milla. No luck on that shot, and it will go back to Torrance University. Torrance University, can they rally behind here and cut down the lead? Well, so far, no, for Torrance University, we haven't seen Aldrin Sanchez take over the game, no? This guy can score in bunches, but this time, he has been shut down completely by the defense of Brazen Pillars. Brazen Pillars behind the defense of Ron Ramores and Aldrin Perez, making it difficult for Aldrin Sanchez. In and out dribbling. Sanchez taking it strong, and Aldrin Sanchez, maybe he has heard us, no? Aldrin Sanchez with the bucket, 17 to 13, 4-point lead by Torrance University. Parker receives it at the middle. Lagsa against Moses Jose. Sanchez. Perez, backcourt violation, substitution. As the pressure creeping in for Brazen Pillars, Win Apaw will be replacing Aldrin Perez here. With 1 minute and 20, Brazen Pillars up by 4, 13 to 17. Sanchez, Otbo. Man-to-man defense also here by Brazen Pillars. Kasaysayan against Lagsa. Body-to-body experience between Kasaysayan and Ronnie Lagsa. Foul on Lagsa. As Kasaysayan absorbing the pain. Baseline throw, Moses Jose. The cut from Conrad Tan. Conrad Tan, quick release. Ooh! That was a hard down to the floor for Daryl Parker. We'll cut this down first. We'll be right back after this break. Slips on the floor. At least, yeah, not the head, yeah. Yes, we're glad that Daryl Parker is okay. He got slipped. He slipped on the floor. You have to be careful out there, guys. And we're just glad that Daryl Parker is okay, no? Back to the action. Intensity is flaring here. But still, you gotta watch out for your steps here. Conrad Tan with the steal. Anselmo Kasaysayan. Aldrin Sanchez, unable to catch it. 32 seconds left. Brazen Pillars up by 4. Moses Jose takes it away. Sanchez. Back to Moses Jose, and still miscommunication. 2 possessions thrown away by Torrance University. The pressure, fatigue, all the factors here in this ball game. Glenn Milla throws a Hail Mary for Glenn Milla. And Rolly Lagsa gives up the foul, and they're not yet in the penalty. And we end the first half with Brazen Pillars up by 4, 17-13 in this knockout game. What a ball game. Okay? Good? Okay ka lang, Kuya Ian? Kuya Ian, okay ka lang? PT. Check-in ng PT.
Hey.
Hindi, nakaano rin. Sa kabila, sali tayo din sa kabila. Ay, picture, sali ako. Sino leading scorer, Tito Josel?
Ha?
Sino leading scorers? Let me know.
Scorer ng
Brazen and Torrance.
Talyara 8 points and Sanchez 6 points.
Welcome to the second half of your knockout playoffs game between the Interlodge Masons Basketball League Season 7 Torrance University Lodge going up against the Brazen Pillars. Let's check out the leading scorers for both teams. The leading scorers for both teams, Ian Talyara for Brazen Pillars with 8 points, while Aldren Sanchez for Torrance University has 6 points. And the starting five for the second half here for Torrance University, Conrad Tan, Mark Ellis, Moses Jose, Christian Otbo, and Joel Gadut. As for the Brazen Pillars, it's Daryl Parker, Ian Talyara, Ricky Santor, Ron Ramores, and Glenn Mila. Well, we're glad that both Ian Talyara and Daryl Parker is back here in this ball game. That's a big boost for Brazen Pillars. Well, for Torrance University, what should they do here? Well, for Torrance University, they should box out Daryl Parker, who scored underneath the basket, and they extend the lead to 6. That is what we're talking about. Now, try to put out Daryl Parker out of the paint and try to limit Ian Talyara's scoring, no? And now, Christian Otbo is having some foot problems here. Hopefully he's okay. No, a lot of players getting physically down here. We're going back now for Brazen Pillars. For Brazen Pillars, they need to continue that scoring between Ian Talyara and Daryl Parker now. But some of their players also needs to step up now, especially Win Apaw, Ron Ramores from the wings, no? As well as Glenn Mela. For Torrance University, they need to make their 3-point shooting work, especially for Conrad Tan and Mark Ellis. They need to impose that run and gun offense, no? Especially for Aldrin Sanchez as well and Moses Jose to exhaust the other squad. Joel Gadut with a traveling violation. The winner of this ball game will go up against the winner of the William Rhodes Lodge and Gardena Monita Lodge matchup after this ball game. So it's an interesting Division C playoffs here. Ron Ramores, no opening as Mark Ellis trying to hound him down. And Daryl Parker aggressive here in the second half. Free throws for Daryl Parker. Daryl Parker makes the first basket, making it a 7-point lead. Daryl Parker makes 1 out of 2, and Glenn Milla again with his favorite tornado fadeaway. Ian Talyara comes up short. Daryl Parker trying to save that ball, and it will go to Torrance University. But you gotta appreciate the hustle of Daryl Parker here, no? The character that he shows here in this ball game is just way off the charts here. Mark Ellis uses the screen from Gadut with the finger roll. What a difficult shot for Mark Ellis. Well, they need more of that for Mark Ellis, no? He is the heart and soul of the team. Wherever the team goes, or wherever Mark Ellis goes, that is where the team goes. And it will go back to Torrance University. They cut down the lead to 5, 20-15. Ang sarap ng kain dito ni Brother Harlem, no? The best seat in the house, no? Brother Harlem, no? Enjoying his breakfast meal while watching the game, no? We are here at the best seat of the house, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the action is. Anselmo Kasaysayan up and under, but Daryl Parker standing his ground here. And Daryl Parker not intimidated by the physical Anselmo Kasaysayan. Brazen Pillars, they can extend this to 7 or 8. Let's see. Ian Talyara against Moses Jose. Moses Jose suffocating defense on Ian Talyara. Glenn Milla will try to reset the play. Milla. One dribble pull-up for Ron Ramores, and Ron Ramores will go to the line. Special shout-out to Kuyang Clipper. Kuyang Clipper, no? Of Granada Hills Lodge, no? Full support ng Granada Hills Lodge dito sa Brazen Pillars, no? So, worshipful to be, no? Kuyang Clipper. So, the question is, will Kuyang Clipper bring luck to the Brazen Pillars here and advance to the championship round as Ron Ramores missed the free throw. Aldrin Sanchez and Gab Gaget with his new haircut here. The sixth man, one of the three-point specialists of Brazen Pillars. Well, let's see if he can impact this ball game. And Brazen Pillars up by 6, 21-15. Well, when completely sober, Gab Gaget is a three-point shooter as well, no? Gab Gaget. Alden Sanchez. Short step jumper gets the shooter's bounce as it cleans up the ring. 17-21. 4-point lead separating both teams. Ron Ramores. Ian Talyara launches from deep. Bounces off. Glenn Milla. Follow-up for Glenn Milla. And you can see the relentlessness inside the paint of Glenn Milla. Resiliency at work here. 23-17 for Brazen Pillars. Gab Gaget surveys the floor. The screen from Kasaysayan. Kasaysayan didn't roll. Miscommunication. Gab Gaget taking it strong to the hole, and Gab Gaget reintroduces himself, and with the showboating from Gabriel Gaget. Gab Gaget trying to pump up his teammates here. Well, that could bring energy to his squad here. And the height advantage, Daryl Parker, Glenn Milla. Well, I like what the Brazen Pillars are doing here. They are imposing their height advantage inside the paint. Ron Ramores. Well, this is a tall lineup for Brazen Pillars. Their point guard is Ian Talyara. Oh, miscommunication as Torrance University has awakened here behind Gab Gaget, and Aldrin Sanchez throws it. Kasaysayan, second serving, and the crowd on their feet. Moses Jose coming from behind, the Sergeant junk removal, picking all the junks here, but unable to convert. 23-19. Ricky Santor, and look at the defense of Moses Jose, suffocating him, locking him down. Comes up short, Kasaysayan trying to save it. Substitution. What a ball game. What a ball game. Ron Ramores will be sent back to the bench as Win Apaw will also provide that intensity for Brazen Pillars with his run and gun offense to help out Ian Talyara on the wings. Talyara trying to shake off John Chua. John Chua still on him, can't shake him off. Substitution. Abellana in the ball game, and it will go back to Torrance University. What a tight ball game. Both teams want to advance to the championship round. They will be facing the winner of Gardena Monita Lodge and William Rhodes Lodge. Interesting division C. Chua gets his man off the air, and traveling will be slapped on him. Well, credit the defense of Daryl Parker there, no? As we have less than 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. Team captain Eric Yalong checking in the ball game. No look pass to Glenn Mila, and that was too fancy for Eric Yalong. Well, I don't think that's necessary, no? He has some players on his right wing. Galion in the ball game. Buti na lang, nag-iba na ng gupit si Galion tsaka si Abellana. Dati nalilito ako dito sa dalawang to pag nakatalikod eh. But now, at least now they have some distinction. And foul will be slapped on Eric Yalong. Conrad Tan. Well, this is what the Brazen Pillars should watch out for here, no? The three-point shooting of Torrance University with Conrad Tan and Gab Gaget in the ball game. They have a lot of weapons here. But for Brazen Pillars, they're relying heavily on Ian Talyara's brilliant scoring and the way he facilitates the ball game. Well, you can see here for Ian Talyara, no, he's not scoring here in the second half, but he is impacting in other ways. He is doing the assists and setting up his teammates, no? Our score is 23-19, 4-point lead for Brazen Pillars. Glenn Mila on the line. Glenn Mila makes the first free throw. We have a lot of crowd here in this playoffs knockout game. Glenn Mila makes 1 out of 2, keeping the door open for Torrance University. And they will slow down the tempo here. Abellana throws a wild shot and foul downstairs. Conrad Tan taking it by himself, trying to make things happen. They got numbers, 3-on-1 situation, no look pass, Glenn Mila. Ooh, caught off with the fancy passing again for Brazen Pillars. Torrance University up or down by 5, 24-19. Time will keep on running down with 9 minutes remaining here in the second half. What a ball game. Both teams showing the entire repertoire of their skills. Conrad Tan, they kick it out to John Chua. Chua against Tialong. Chua blocked from behind. And it will remain with Torrance University as jump ball, but possession arrow points to Torrance University. Baseline throw, Gadut. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Conrad Tan looking at a 2-3 zone. Abellana, corner. Sanchez. Aldred Sanchez wants one-on-one with Ian Talyara. And shot clock violation for Torrance University as they were not looking at the shot clock violation. 8 minutes and 20 remaining. AJ Masorong will be checked. Will be sent back in. Brazen Pillars up by 5 here. Yalong, the cut from Glenn Mila. Daryl Parker against Joel Gadut with the end one for Daryl Parker. And Daryl Parker carrying this team off his shoulders here. 26-19. Well, he's doing everything for Brazen Pillars, no? Playing defense and scoring the points for Brazen Pillars. Ian Talyara has been quiet here in the second half, no? But Daryl Parker has been picking up the slack here as he completes the 3-point play. 8-point lead for Brazen Pillars, 27-19. Can they go to the championship round or will Torrance University make a run? We shall find out. 7 minutes, well, there's still a lot of minutes here for both squads, no? So Brazen Pillars cannot rest their laurels here. For Torrance University, they need to keep the eyes on the prize. Moses Jose. Traveling violation on Moses Jose as Eric Yalong putting the clamps down as he had no choice but to give up that ball. Brazen Pillars. Can they go back to the promised land? Yalong. Ooh, high-low for Eric Yalong. But last touch by Joel Gadut. A lucky break for Brazen Pillars, no? Eric Yalong from the middle. Gets his own miss. Put back by Eric Yalong. And Eric Yalong joining the scoring here for Brazen Pillars. As now they're up by 10, 29-19. Backcourt violation. Torrance University are in the ropes here. Brazen Pillars having some kind of a momentum here. Traveling violation for Glenn Mila, the brother from Bicol. Glenn Mila. Timeout Torrance University as Coach John Pauly will need to rally his troops here. They're down by 10, 29-19. We'll be right back with the final 5 minutes of this ball game.
Walang warm-up pala, iinis ka eh. Payang over mo eh.
Lalaro si undefeated to Big Ben ngayon.
Lalaro ka? Yes. Kailangan eh.
Kailangan na ilabas.
Kaya tinira ha?
Siyempre, si Marcina, no? Alam niyo Marcina. Special shout out to our commissioner, Brother Derek Valdez. Of course, for a successful Season 7 of our Interlodge Masons Basketball League Season 7. Of course, the brainchild of this event is brought to you by Brother Derek Valdez, no? Oh, back to the action. A 10-point lead by Brazen Pillars with less than 5 minutes. Torrance University. Let's see if they can pull one more run here, or will Brazen Pillars march to the finals? I'm your host, the one, the only, Ludwig Van Magic Man. You know who I am. And here we go for the final 5 minutes. Conrad Tan launches an air ball. And look at Rolly Lagsa with the rebound. And Rolly Lagsa was complaining to the referees, but the referees will not give that call. Joel Gadut. Wala. Anselmo Kasaysayan, he has been scoreless here and he has been shut down. Conrad Tan also, he has been having a difficult time against the defense of Brazen Pillars. Alden Sanchez. And foul will be slapped on Aldrin Perez. Aldrin Perez against Aldrin Sanchez. Two Aldrins battling each other here. Well, we haven't seen Mark Ellis score here. Maybe also a fatigue factor for him, no? Because he played a while ago for Nueva Ecija Masons. Well, and holding on to that ball, Eric Yalong. With 4 minutes remaining here, Brazen Pillars up by double digits. Aldrin Perez, Conrad Tan putting on the pressure. And another turnover for Aldrin Perez. Yeah. What a ball game. Intensity is off the charts here. Sanchez, the screen from Conrad Tan. Shifting gears, sudden burst of quickness for Aldrin Sanchez. Put that in the highlight reel for Aldrin Sanchez. Cutting it down to 8, 29 to 28. Well, this is still a long ways to go for Torrance University. Brazen Pillars, they need to keep on pounding here. Rolly Lagsa using the clock. Foul will be called on Anselmo Kasaysayan. 3 minutes and 30. Glenn Milla is back in the ball game, as well as Ron Ramores. Well, Rolly Lagsa has provided some kind of relief here for Daryl Parker, especially in the rebounding department, no? Ron Ramores being hounded here by Conrad Tan. The double team on him. No opening. Rolly Lagsa. Ricky Santor. Man-to-man defense here. Ricky Santor, 4-3. Comes up short with an air ball. Anselmo Kasaysayan. Now, if they make this basket, it would be just down to 6. Conrad Tan, Mark Ellis. Aldrin Sanchez, elbow jumper. Aldrin Sanchez, no good. Daryl Parker holding on to that leather. And it will stay with Brazen Pillars. 2 minutes and 25 before we go to the twilight zone. Judgment Day is upon us, and Mark Ellis limping here. A lot of players going down hard here. Ricky Santor. Anselmo Kasaysayan gives up that foul. One-on-one. One-on-one free throw for Ricky Santor. Brazen Pillars up by 8. They're on the verge of making it back to the finals for Division C. Well, they were the Season 3 Division C champions, no? Ricky Santor makes 1 out of 2. Let's see if he can make this bonus shot. And watching this ball game is William Rhodes Lodge and Gardena Monita Lodge, who will advance and who will get knocked down. 31 to 21. And we go to the last 2 minutes. Gab Gaget, runner, Alden Sanchez, and he will shoot free throws here. So we put back the clock with 1 minute and 40. Alden Sanchez on the line. makes the first free throw. And he will shoot 3. Well, time is not on their side. They need to rush those points, no? And they need to make some stops here for Torrance University. 7-point lead by Brazen Pillars. Ron Ramores and Conrad Tan, active hands as he was able to cut that play loose. Win Apaw. Win Apaw with a sidestep. Hits all board. Gets his own miss. Apaw to Ricky Santor. Free throws again will be given to Win Apaw. Win Apaw. Crucial free throws for him. Oh, he misses, keeping the door open for Torrance University. Well, this is something that they need to do here. Now, if they make this basket, then we have a 2-possession ball game. Gaget, stuck in traffic, kicks it out to Conrad Tan. Conrad Tan, in and out. Glenn Milla securing the rebound. Glenn Milla on the run. Glenn Milla holding on to that ball. And Joel Gadut will give up that foul. With 1 minute remaining here. 7-point game. Well, both teams working their tails off here in this ball game. Technical na to, lumalapit sa committee. Bawal dito. I-technical nga yan. And this has been a free throw game now. Darryl Parker will go to the line. Darryl Parker misses it. Well, it's just 7 points, no? Darryl Parker makes 1 out of 2. 32-24, 8-point lead separating both teams. Alden Sanchez, air ball. It will stay with Torrance University. Reverse for Alden Sanchez. Alden Sanchez on the line with 50 seconds left here. Sige. 32-26. Full court pressure. And Ron Ramores on the line. May announcement ka ba? Kuya Derek? May announcement ka? May announcement ka?
Yung nagsasalita dun sa YouTube. Hindi kami kasalanan. Hindi naglaro.
Substitution. Moses Jose in the ball game. And Ron Ramores on the line. After the game. Ron Ramores makes 1 out. Ooh, no basket. No basket stepping on the line. And Torrance University, this is their final push. Conrad Tan. Moses Jose. Tan releases it. Kasaysayan. will be fouled.
Nagtatapos ang ating kasaysayan.
Anselmo Kasaysayan, Mr. History. And the crowd still cheering for Kasaysayan. And he makes 1 out of 2. Brazen Pillars. Double dribble for Torrance University with 28 seconds left.
Parang PBA na yung laro, ha? Hinebra, tsaka Hinebra.
Ricky Santor. This will ice the game. We're looking at a 5-point lead here. If he makes both free throws, then it's safe to say that Brazen Pillars has this game in the bag. But if if he misses both, then the door is still open for Torrance University. Ricky Santor makes 1 out of 2. And Torrance University will call a timeout. They are down by 6, 33-27, with 24 seconds left. Ooh, what a ball game between Brazen Pillars and Torrance University. We'll be right back.
Kaya pa, 24.
Anim. Back to the action. Final 24 seconds here for Torrance University. Will they get knocked down here? And Ron Ramores holding on to that ball. And Brazen Pillars with the exclamation point. And they will advance to the championship round of Division C, facing off the winner of William Rhodes Lodge and Gardena Monita Lodge. Congratulations, Brazen Pillars, and thank you for Torrance University for a gallant stand and representing your lodge well. Huh? Let me know. Our player of the game, Tita Jessel, who's our player of the game? Huh? Daryl Parker is our player of the game. Daryl Parker, please stand at the middle. Daryl Parker is our player of the game. Congratulations, Brazen Pillars. Daryl Parker. Our final score is 35-27. Brazen Pillars will go back to the championship round of Division C. That wraps up this second game. Stay tuned for the William Rhodes Lodge and Gardena Monita Lodge.